Hello, potato. What is the flavor of illness? Let me know in the comments what you think the flavor of being sick is. I think for a lot of people, particularly in the US, the answer to that is Campbell's chicken noodle soup. Not saying that Campbell's chicken noodle soup makes you sick. I'm saying that when you're feeling under the weather, I think the first thing a lot of people go for is chicken soup. It's a very old meme. If you watch old 70s and 80s sitcoms, you'll see it brought up, I think, frequently. But for most of us, we aren't going to make our own chicken soup, particularly if we're not feeling well, or we don't have a Nana around who makes fresh chicken soup. So Campbell's is where you go. That greasy, salty, savory chicken noodle soup just tends to go down easily for a lot of people when they're not feeling well. And some people even also eat it just normally, just for fun. They like Campbell's chicken noodle soup. Personally, not a humongous fan of it, but again, if I'm sick, could do. I probably do for chicken and stars though. Anyways, I bring that up because today we're going to try Campbell's chicken noodle soup, but not normal standard red canned Campbell's. No, today it's Campbell's chunky ghost pepper chicken noodle. It says it's new, but the sell-by on it is this coming August. I don't know when that new was. That new might have been, I don't know how long I've been sitting on the shelf. That new might have been a while ago. I just recently purchased this. And I thought, what better during the long, cold winter days than a bowl of spicy hot chicken noodle soup. Now that said, when this video is coming out, we're actually experiencing full spring, and it's going to probably be 70 degrees later today, the day this video comes out. So, maybe I could have done this a while ago, but I didn't know about it. I didn't know this existed. Campbell's chunky soup that eats like a meal. I didn't know they still used that slogan. I remember that slogan from way back. So there's no real heat rating on here. I mean, they show a heat gauge with the red on fire, but it's not really making a claim that this is that exactly. So I'm really not sure what to think of this because I've had mixed experiences with things that claim to be ghost pepper. I've had ranging from, we had those chips a few years ago that were really good, but I couldn't eat actually really good, really spicy. Couldn't eat more than 3 or 4 of them before having to stop. Great for portion control. Made my had a little cut in my mouth though, and had a big old sore as a result of it. That was unpleasant. That I literally burnt myself eating chips. But then I've also had, we used to be a burrito shop around, and I won't name the name of it, but they were in this area. I think the chain still exists. They were in this area right when the ghost chili thing kicked off, and they had on their little salsa bar, they had something claimed to be ghost chili hot sauce. And I'm like, oh, well, that's a thing we have to try. And I tried it, and you know what? It wasn't even as hot as their normal sauce. The basic company name sauce that they also had next to it was spicier than the ghost pepper sauce. So, I mean, there are times I feel like putting ghost pepper on things is just to try to get, idiots like me to try it on camera, and they're not or maybe even maybe to make a person feel good about it. I ate ghost chili almonds, and look at me, I'm good, I'm strong, I'm tough. And it's they didn't taste of much of anything, and they weren't really all that hot. So what do we have in here? Chicken stock, chicken meat, carrots, enriched egg noodles. So carrots. I mean, I guess they come right after the chicken meat, so that's good, but it's weird that the first 4 ingredients, carrots is one of them. Got celery, red peppers, tomato paste, cornstarch, salt, chicken fat. So yeah, it's down here in the less than 2% area. We do eventually find chili pepper extract and ghost chili pepper extract down here by cooked chicken skins and spice. No added MSG. That's good. Obviously not vegan or vegetarian, it's chicken noodle soup. 2 servings per can. Interesting on here because they have kind of a weird shaped top. I guess maybe it makes it stack better. But it does say if you're going to use, yeah, metal edges are sharp if using can opener, open from bottom of can. So that's actually what we're going to do, because I'm going to use a can opener. I find that things come out of the can better when you use a can opener, because when you pull the tab off, you end up with this lip here, and stuff sticks to it. And so I'd rather use the can opener. So yeah, let's open her up and get a look at it before I go heat it up. Get some idea of, because I really have no idea. Is it going to be like bright red? Is it going to, what? I have no idea what we're getting into here. Also, I'm noticing now that I've picked a can with a messed up bottom. Oh, good, there it goes. So I'm wondering if the can opener is going to be able to open it. I need to replace this tablecloth with something else because it's got holes in it. And this is exactly the sort of situation you don't want holes. All right. Well, it just looks like, kind of like normal chicken noodle soup. What does it smell like? It just smells like chicken soup. It doesn't smell strange or different at all. We have some real redness up here. Got some, I'm guessing I don't know if that's the chicken fat or the chili oil, but there's some definite redness you don't normally see. We have, unlike normal Campbell's chicken soup, we do have big chunks of chicken in here. And I'm guessing the red pepper here is just meant to, so it said in the ingredients that was red pepper. I think that's what this is. This is not chili pepper. Maybe it's tomato? No, I think it's the red pepper. It's not, yeah, that's not the chili pepper. That's there just to make it look more like chili pepper. A lot of herbs floating around in this. Let's try a little bit of it cold first. Get some idea of how spicy we're looking at here. That's got some heat. That has got some heat. Get a little of this red grease. I don't know if it's fat or oil or chicken oil or chili oil, or let's find out. I'm pretty sure that's the chili oil. That I can just kind of feel it blooming down my throat. I don't think this is going to be too spicy for me, but I do think just eating a little bit of the oil on its own was a mistake, because it's like kind of just coating its way down my throat. But yeah, so far it does taste like spicy chicken soup, which, I mean, I guess that's, you know, what it says it is, right? So I'm going to heat some of this up, and we'll come back and we'll have ourselves a nice warming bowl of Campbell's ghost pepper chicken noodle. Right back. And we are back now with our very hot bowl of ghost pepper chicken noodle, maybe hot in more than one way. So it said to do this for 2.5 to 3 minutes. I did it for 2.5 minutes or until hot. It was like popping in there, so I'm guessing it's hot. It did say to leave it in the microwave. Yeah, I washed the can out so we could have it here to look at. It said to leave it in the microwave for a minute, but I did not do that. I just brought it back here. It's definitely been more than a minute since it stopped cooking, and we can see our soup. Yeah, so basically it looks like normal chunky chicken soup with added red peppers in it for appearance. I don't think those are going to do much. I mean, they're going to affect the flavor maybe a little bit, but that's not what the heat's coming from. That's just there to make you think about the heat. The real heat is from the less than 2% chili pepper oil and less than 2% ghost chili pepper extract that are in this. Sort of get that oil kind of mixed in there. I think it's probably where a lot of our heat's coming from. It's a very red broth for Campbell's chicken noodle, even for chunky. It's a little more herby than your normal chicken noodle, which I think is fairly normal for Campbell's. Let's give it a try hot. I'm actually not getting a lot of the chicken noodle soup flavor here. I'm getting the heat. It's not overbearing or anything. It's not unbearable. That is not a fantastic looking piece of chicken, is it? It's not unbearably hot. I don't know if it's going to be cumulative, like if it'll get hotter as I eat the bowl. This is my lunch, so I'm going to endeavor to eat this whole thing. It's not repulsive on the first bite, so that's a good thing. Let's give it a try with, supposed to be carrot in here too, isn't there? I didn't see any carrot. There's like a third ingredient, there's no carrot. Chicken's very tough. Tough, dry, crumbly. The only thing, I'm not really getting a lot of flavor. The flavor is fairly subtle. Maybe the carrot, oh no, there's some carrot. I would say maybe the carrot is part of the coloring, and it's like pureed carrot. I'm not getting a ton of that chicken noodle soup flavor, either the normal red can or even the chunky chicken noodle soup flavor. I'm getting mostly heat. Yeah, if you don't like hot stuff or hot food, if you don't like hot food, you're not going to like this. That piece of chicken was better. Still crumbly, but it just had a better mouthfeel to it. The noodles are your standard canned noodle soup affair. They're overcooked, they're mushy, they're exactly what you expect from a can of Campbell's. And really, it's pasta that's been in its entire existence submerged in liquid. What else could you possibly expect from it? The chicken itself is on its own, just kind of there. It's like, it's there so you feel like it's there. You're definitely getting some like chicken in this, but it's not bringing much in the way of flavor to the party. The soup, I can feel the heat down in my chest now. I'm having to just have a couple bites. It's not like 100% pain, unbearably hot kind of thing, but I'm not sure I'm going to finish this whole bowl. I feel like we've had, what, 3 bites now? And it is nicely hot in my mouth, but it does seem to be getting hotter with each bite, so I'm not sure if this is going to at some point become unbearable. Now that said, keep in mind, this is actually meant to be 2 servings. It says the serving size is about a cup, and this container contains 2. So I'm actually eating 2 bowls of soup here when it comes down to it. 280 calories for the whole can. Yeah, we didn't look at this up before. 74% of your daily sodium. Gosh, I might as well just had an instant noodles. That's a lot of sodium. I think it's fairly normal for Campbell's. That's where, like, I think most of that Campbell's flavor comes from, but I didn't realize that this really was, this is as bad as some of the worst instant noodles that we've done. 16 grams of protein, though. It does excel there, so I mean, it's a good source of protein. I mean, if I weren't feeling well, if I were sick, like if I were congested, this might be good to like clear out the old sinuses. If you don't mind Campbell's chicken soup, this isn't bad. I mean, it's certainly no worse than normal Campbell's chicken soup. It is just actually quite a bit spicy. Not one bite and I'm running away screaming spicy. There are things like that out there, but this is not one of those. However, if you are, like I said before, if you're not big on spicy stuff, this is probably going to challenge you. If you wanted to try this and you're not sure about heat, I would encourage you to perhaps split it with a friend who does like spicy things. So at least somebody is going to actually maybe eat it. Obviously not a vegetarian friend. Yeah, the chicken is, I mean, I'm not going to say disappointing because I didn't have high expectations for Campbell chicken noodle soup chicken. The quality of their meats has never been I'll take it back. Sirloin burger. Chunky sirloin burger served with rice is actually quite nice. But the attraction of their meat is generally not what brings one to, I think, Campbell's. It just kind of falls apart. But not in a way like it's tender. In a way that like it's just barely held together. And the slightest pressure causes it to just sort of disintegrate. Is there another piece in that? Have I eaten all the chicken already? I think I may have eaten all the chicken already. I think those 5 pieces of chicken may have been it. Well, I was going to try to just put some pressure on one. Oh, there we go. And just see if it, yeah, see? It just kind of crumbles when you put any pressure on it. It's neither tough nor tender. It is a little latexy, a little rubbery, but crumbly. Texture-wise, it actually kind of reminds me of those boiled peanuts. Maybe not quite so crumbly as that, but that's kind of the closest thing I can think of to describe it. But it's not bad. It's definitely edible, for me at least. And I'm definitely glad I tried it. Would I buy it again? That's always, the question when you try new things is, yeah, it's great that it's you can eat it, but would you spend money on it a second time? It does not want to focus on the spoon, does it? There we go. No? Oh, I was too close. Would I buy it a second time? And the answer is probably not. I will endeavor to finish this. It does seem to have plateaued as far as heat goes. I'm not feeling it get any worse. There's a possibility this might give me some stomach issues later though, because I'm feeling it a lot in my my stomach. In my chest and my stomach. So there could be issues from this later on. But I don't think I'm gonna have any trouble finishing this as my lunch. But would I get it again? And the answer is probably not. I'm glad I tried it. It's an experience I'm glad I had. I'm always here for culinary adventure when that adventure requires going no farther than my local stores. And I know I focus a lot on like specifically things from the Asian continent. So it's nice to once in a while focus on stuff made right here for the USA. Was it made in the US? I would assume it's made in the US. Well, Campbell Soup is in Camden, New Jersey. But I don't know necessarily that it was made there. But from a US company anyways. It's not an import item. It's something that's made for people like you and I, or at least me, you if you live in the US. But I think I've rambled on about as long as you possibly can about spicy noodle soup. It is quite spicy. This is not a situation where it's just telling you ghost pepper on the can to get your attention or make you feel like a big person because you ate it. The spice is real. And it is pretty strong. This was like a hot sauce. I would be happy with it. So there we have it. Campbell's chunky soup. Soup that eats like a meal. And I'm not fancy enough to be somebody who has soup and then a main. So, I mean, for me, soup is always a meal if I have soup. Ghost pepper chicken noodle. I don't know if I would say it's necessarily out to here, but it's definitely in the red territory somewhere. It's not one of these two. This is not for the spice-averse. This is for people who like spicy things. If you've ever thought about putting hot sauce in your chicken soup, this is probably the soup you should try. And unlike your normal chicken noodle, it's got the big chunks. It's got the big chunks of chicken. It's got big noodles. It's got big carrot. It's got celery if you like that sort of thing, which I don't. And it's all, of course, mush because it's been in a can of liquid. Except for the chicken. The chicken's not mush at all. The chicken is somehow both rubbery and crumbly. But hey, it's there. It's more of it than you get in a normal can of Campbell's, right? Right. So I'm going to go and finish my lunch now, get my 74% of my daily sodium into me, and just, get me ready to go for the rest of the day. Have you tried this? What did you think of that? Are there other Campbell's chunky, spicy flavors that I should look for? I was looking for a totally different soup when I found this, and just had to buy it. I think it was like $2.53 a can, which is, I think, about the normal rate for Campbell's. But if you tried this or are there other ones like it, let me know in the comments below. But I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. I do thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.